Yo, welcome back to Boulder Exe channel. So, today we're at Boulder Exe. It's going to be a slightly different video than normal. We are going to be working with Ben and Joe, who are the setters here, to create like a video.
A setting video.
A setting video. An inset into setting. Yeah, we're not getting involved. We're just going to be asking some questions.
We're going to be getting in their way, asking questions. Yeah,
exactly.
Basically.
But they're setting for a military comp. They're doing the finals blocks right now, and they're going to try and mark them up so that during the day they can reset them up again. These are all going to be stripped after they've set it, so they're not really up for availability to climb for now. But yeah,
let's go say hello to the boys.
Introduce them. Well, hopefully we'll get some nice B-roll shots of some hold, some setting. We'll get some good answers from the questions, and hopefully this will be a good video, even though it's going to be very different from our
usual.
It's
going to be different, so we hope you guys still enjoy it. Let us know what you think. We might plan on doing similar like this in the future, hopefully, if it goes well. But
yeah, exactly.
Let's go say
hello. If you guys want to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we're going to go get into it.
Yo.
This is Joe.
Hey,
Joe. He's one of the setters at Boulder Exe.
One of the best in the Southwest, I hear.
That's bad rumours.
Bad.
I don't know what we're doing here. Right.
So I just want to ask, can you like explain route setting and how you got into route setting?
Yeah. So, I mean, to me, this makes it sound too creative. To me, I think route setting is creating problems for the climbers to solve, as well as obviously like the physical challenge of them too. And yeah, I got into it just like working at the Key, I think just after like the COVID lockdowns.
Yeah, because that was the original place where you were working on it, and then they've opened this place, and I bet this must be heaven for you now.
Oh, I bet it's class. Honestly, like what they invested into this place makes setting here just like it's honestly it's a setter's dream. Like,
I mean, it's brand spanking new. You've got all these holds. You've got everything you could possibly wish for, and you're just going. Doing everything you want, aren't you? So.
Yeah, and like there's not like we get pretty free reign and like we're allowed to set nice creative blocks. We're not really like restrained in setting everyone pleaser blocks, which is nice.
I was gonna say, as someone who's climbed it, mate, the setting here is unique to anywhere else we've been because you don't just set hard, you set, like you say, unique, complex problems
stuff,
that are so much harder than you expect them to be, even at the grades. Like grading's fantastic. So
thank you. That's very kind.
It's very nice that we enjoy the setting here, and we get to see you doing this today. So that's going to be great.
Go.
Hey, right. This is Ben. You're the other top setter here, I'd say.
Oh,
yes. two fantastic.
Top setter.
The top setter. Hear that, Joe?
He's not listening.
He's not listening. Right, you can say that as much as you want. Right. So generally, obviously, you setter here. What do you like about setting? What got you into it?
I think for me, what I really like, I'm predominantly a boulderer, and as a result, climbing movement is all like little intricate changes and like play and like messing about and I changed my pinky a tiny bit on this hold and that made all the difference.
Those
and, like,
micro beaters.
Yeah, like the micro beaters, the stuff that really like hooked me into climbing. It was the stuff where I was like, got me a bit obsessed. And I think with setting, you just get to play with that even more.
Yeah, it's sort of expanding upon the ability of just climbing it.
You can just like, oh, well, what if this hold is like a 5-degree rotation more? It completely changes the movement. It completely changes how the hips move. And that's really interesting. It's also a really fun way to work. Like, I think there's big pros and cons to it as an actual job. And I think it wears on you physically quite a lot, but like, it's pretty cool.
It's like, still quite a laborious job, really, isn't it?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, you are doing a lot of work, and
there's
you're
a lot
testing
of like,
it.
Yeah, and I'm still learning a lot of like how to rest and take time and like
not overdo it
because of how like I want to do more. I want to play with this a bit more, and finding the balance of that's really tricky. So.
But as long as you enjoy it at the end of the day,
yeah.
And I think if you're enjoying it, that's going to show in your work.
Hopefully,
as well, really.
I don't know. I think sometimes when you get a bit of like, bit more enthusiasm, a bit more like psych, sometimes it shows, and sometimes you walk away and you're like, oh, only I was excited today, and I've actually just set like pretty standard stuff.
But as long as someone else enjoys it, and it's always going to be someone else that enjoys it.
Hopefully,
you're doing
there's always like, it's always fun to find something.
Well, we'll let you finish off this one, and we're going to get some shots of Joe setting the next one up, I think. So we'll catch you around in a minute.
Yeah.
Cheers, Ben.
Cool. So Joe just finished this black one.
And it is looking very nice.
It is looking very cool.
Whipped it up quite quick as well, mate.
Thank you.
Oh, so it was rapid.
Yeah.
So my question is, when you're setting blocks, do you set with like a move in mind? Do you have the whole set already planned, or do you just freestyle the whole thing?
Depends on the brief. So because this set's for a comp, I've gone around before we started, and on these little bits of white tape, I've put who's the boulder for, like M1, M2, F1, F3, whatever. And then a little bit of a brief. So this one was power complex. That purple I set before was like technical coordination. So that brief sort of dictates the style we're going to go with for the boulder. I then think like, cool, pretty like bland, but not much of a feature to it. So I want to grab some volumes. These volumes are great because you can stack them, you can make things really 3D. So that's like an quick, easy way of adding complexity. The level for the comp is like not super high. So the intensity that can go with the complexity has got to be measured.
Yep.
So you can't go too wild with it. Like we can't have them like spinning and rotating around too much. So this has just got like a little bit like a funky press start, making the shoulders work a little bit, not something they may be so used to, bit of a knee bar, then a bit of like a press into a jump finish. So complexity at like a bit more of an accessible
Making
level.
sure it's all well balanced for the audience.
I think this one will probably need dialing down.
Yeah.
I don't think it will stay like this, unfortunately.
I mean,
It might. You get surprised with these things sometimes.
Yeah, you must
Like-
get that occasionally where you just put it in and it's perfectly good to go,
Yeah.
all works out. And then
Very
occasionally
rare, yeah.
you have to almost restart
Very rarely.
sometimes.
Sometimes I've actually never had to restart a boulder, but like I don't think it's a rare thing to have to.
Sometimes it just won't go to plan, will it? And
Yeah.
you'll be like, oh, I don't like this, or it's not
Yeah.
working right.
You
and
can get really stuck in trying to like force a boulder to be something it just doesn't want to be. Like the hold you've got on it. Like,
Yeah.
we have a local guy famous for it.
Go on. Ben's
This
just like
guy right
waiting.
here.
Where like that's sort of where it's dangerous to come in with an idea, because you come in with the idea, you just get super psyched on it, and that's class, but like you just get stuck in a box, and then
And
you're
the
trying
idea
to force
doesn't
something
work.
out. Maybe the holds don't work.
You've got to be very adaptable, essentially,
Yeah, yeah.
because of the wall angle, the holds, like you say, the sets you choose, and then
I mean, luckily, because this is for a comp as well, like, doesn't have to be the nicest boulder, if that makes sense. Like, comp boulders aren't always commercially the most enjoyable. They've got they've got a purpose to fill.
to challenge someone, essentially.
Yeah,
That's the
so-
only goal, really.
Like, sometimes you could set this boulder, and because it's for a comp, you might be like, well, it would be way nicer if we could force a knee bar or do whatever with the top. They may come to it and we may be like, unfortunately, doesn't fit the brief, doesn't fit the audience. Let's just change it. It's going to be
and
what's
like you
best for
say,
the
if
day.
it came to it, you'd have to just dial it down. It'd be a shame, but it will happen, won't it? So
Yeah.
part
And
of the job.
You never know, like, because it is for a comp, you maybe, if this, you fit all the rest of the grades after the comp, you could change it back. Like, you never
That's
never
it.
know.
And you can always take that idea and put it somewhere else later, can't you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Which is great. So you're
Yeah.
building up a repertoire no matter what.
Yeah,
But,
100%.
thank you, Joe. And here we have it, where a setter in the wild isn't having the fun time. He's actually selected different holds already from his initial.
So we were time lapsing. We were time lapsing Joe's shot for ages.
Yeah.
Ben has changed his hole like 6 times so far.
I think he's getting somewhere with it, and it looks like he's got an idea, but it's whether he can pull it off. So it's kind of like Joe was just saying, he's got an idea. If he sticks to it too hard, it might not work. So he's going to have to keep being flexible, testing, and he'll get something, hopefully.
Cool, right, we found Ben again. So I'm going to ask you the same question we asked Joe, is how do you figure out what your block's going to be? Do you pre-plan it or do you go with the flow like Joe does?
I think I quite like. It depends on the set, and it very much depends on the brief. So for each boulder we have like an idea of what it's gonna be ahead of time, from like what it needs to be in the set. For this stuff, because we're setting comp boulders, it's a lot more of like a specific, this is what it's gonna be. It's the, I'm setting the Risk Kawardo one at the moment, for example. I think I have like, I think I find it hard not to have a bit of a plan a little bit. I think I'm like,
Gotta have something.
I find it really hard to not from a setting point of view, from when I'm at home, when I'm driving home, when I'm trying to get to sleep, I find it really hard not to like
Just think about something you want to do.
away in your mind constantly.
And like, I mean, you always see cool boulders on Instagram and all of that. So there is definitely like, in some instances, there's stuff I'm like, oh, I really want to set this move today. I think that would be really cool. For a normal set, I maybe have like a few ideas, but you very quickly run through those and you end up just like setting what is natural and what comes next and what's needed. For this stuff, I have like a vague concept ahead of time. I know what holds I'm likely to set it for. I know kind of, you see the brief and you're like, oh, well, a cool move on these for Risk is going to be this, and then I go and set that a little bit, and the plan starts from. I try and keep it quite loose as a plan. I sometimes get a bit too fixated, as we saw on the blue earlier, but like...
Yeah, but like, you work through it still, don't you? And it's
You
close to what you
got it to
still want.
work, even though you struggled to get it originally.
And I
it
think
took a change.
there are occasions where I'll like over-plan. I'll have like, I'm going to set this move, and I come in, and that move just isn't working. But it's quite interesting adapting that into something else, and there's a lot of frustration within that. However, I actually find that quite like a fun experience most of the time. I think that's like that's when you actually get some weird, interesting shit a lot of the time, where it's like
I think
something a bit different. Yeah.
Following on from that, how do you then, because you pre-plan it a little bit, do you already have your hold set in mind, or do you?
Yeah, I think so from the off, you know what bit wall you're setting on, and then you know like your specific section on that wall, and then from that you can see what holds are available to you, and that's sort of where your choice in the matter starts. Is you're like, oh well, I can pick these holds, and like for example, yesterday we discussed what was going where today, and I decided I want to set with these, haven't set with these yet, and as a result, that kind of gave me like an idea of what this boulder was going to start to be a little bit. But
I was going to say, 'cause you guys must have a lot of holds here. A lot.
Reasonably so. We have to spend a lot of time thinking about rotation. Across the centre, there's like, we bought about 4,000 holds, something like that.
Jesus Christ.
And working out rotation for that.
I'm sure, because you don't want to
everything on the wall.
The same ones constantly, isn't it? Yeah.
And like for the comp wall set, because the comp wall sets are pretty regular, that sort of is what controls our rotation a little bit. We can put stuff aside for it, and then it rotates other stuff off the comp wall into the rest of the centre. So you always have like for example, we saved some green holds that I think I'm going to set within a little bit that were in the roof earlier, and as a result I know those are going to rotate onto the comp wall, so I can start to think of the kind of things I want to set.
So you're always planning ahead, like say,
but
thinking
again,
about what's going to happen.
I think it's bad to over fixate and be like, oh, I'm going to set this move into the gaslight, and you go and the wall's a completely different shape to what it was in my head.
Yeah.
That happens so much, and I think when I was less experienced as a setter, I would do that so often, and then I would come in and I would be like, wait a second, the roof is not near as long as that, or it's a lot shorter, it's a lot wider than that, or any of this, that hold doesn't fit, and any of that stuff. And like,
it's the same as when you're figuring out actually to climb it. Like, you might come up with ideas in your head of how you're going to do it, and then you get on the wall.
But if you're too fixated on it, you won't develop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, very much.
It's so easy to watch people like obsess and fixate and like.
And it's not until they change it up and then something actually happens in it.
Exactly, and that's like the interesting part of climbing, I guess.
Right, we're gonna let Ben keep setting, so we'll come back to him and we'll see how this progresses. But thank you, Ben, and we'll come back to it.
Right, so we're having a little break. They are finishing up the last final two blocks.
Yeah, both on the last blocks now, so it's going really well, looking good.
But we figured while we were waiting for them to finish up, we'd have a little chat.
Yeah, just basically, obviously this is our first time seeing professional setters at work.
Yeah.
And it's actually been quite interesting, especially just chatting to the boys, getting a lot of feedback. There's even more than we can record, to be honest.
And we've been obviously helping out a little bit, picking up some volumes.
Just helping hold them.
They are a lot heavier than you think they are.
Yeah, like, so some of the big ones are fiberglass. So you think...
Even you're like, oh, it should be light, but they are heavy.
Yeah, it's hard work. Even Joe and Ben have both said, yeah, actually, it's quite tough. Like, you know, these lads both climb as well. So they're doing their setting, and then you're probably doing a bit of climbing at the end of the day. Like, it is very hard work.
But no, all the sets are looking good. I think once they finish these two blocks, it's testing time. So I think we'll move on to that in a second. Yeah. And we're going to help out with some testing. We're going to get on the blocks, see how we feel about it, see how they feel about it.
Yeah, which I think is good, because at a level, I think we should get all of these done, maybe?
Maybe, give or take.
Maybe.
I feel like some of the slabbier ones might be not our style, but
maybe
we'll figure that out. But we're going to move on to that in a minute, and then we're going to give them some other questions about what they're looking for when testing as well.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of testing, bit of a sit-down convo with the boys, hopefully, and get some feedback from them and some final questions. But it's been an awesome day, actually, just sitting back, seeing it, talking with them.
It's been interesting, just watching them change.
They're both really good guys as well. Been lovely talking to, and all the staff here have been fantastic with us as well. So, shout out to Boulder Exe for actually allowing us to come in and film this whole thing.
Right, on to testing, let's go.
Man with a stick here.
Man with a stick is back. Right, we are moving on to testing. I say we, the boys are, but we're joining in.
Yeah.
So, with the testing, what are you looking for, and like how do you what are you trying to pick out?
Basically? And especially, let's just go in terms of the men and the female ones. Is there anything different when you do also try and test these and check how is it going to go? Is it going to go to plan? Essentially, what you're looking for.
I think the main things we're testing for, like, off the bat, does it work? Like, is there everything in the right place? Is it comfortable? All that stuff like that, sort of a given. The main thing you're looking for is does it fit the brief? Is it appropriate for the people who are going to be on it, and does it have its place in the round as a whole? So, for example, we're trying this boulder. We're trying to make sure that it works for the people who are going to be on it.
Yeah. Not just necessarily yourself, but taking into account.
We're making sure the reaches aren't too big. We're making sure that the moves are appropriate and the difficulty is appropriate, and that also it has the right role in the round. It does that. Like, the goal with this one is complex power, and it's like making sure it makes sense for that, and that there isn't it has its place in the round.
I presume you've also got to come up with your zones as well for this.
Those are normally thought out ahead of time. So we should have a pretty good idea already of what's going to be the zones in this one.
So are you also testing for like beta breaks?
Yeah. Looking out for anything that we think is going to be the obvious way around the sequence that will drop the difficulty too much. There's always a way around something that will make it way harder. Like,
I was going to say,
there's always someone is going to come and do this boulder, and they're going to find some wild beta, which is way harder than everything else, but is like really cool to
them,
watch.
it makes sense.
It's the way they did it. There's no avoiding that. That's part of what makes.
And it happens, really and cool. I think you were saying, I don't remember if it was on camera, but you were saying that's at competitions. That's what can make them more interesting, isn't it?
Like, so the moments I remember always, like, from comps, were always the beta breaks, and they're always like the moments where someone did some wild thing different to everyone else.
Especially as a setter yourself, like when it's your really climb as well, you're like, oh, I never thought that would even work.
There's always a balance. There's part of you which is like, really wanted to go this way. Can't believe I didn't see that possibility. That looked like the obvious way. But I think the really important part in testing is making sure that like the beta break is not going to be like so much easier. Everyone should have done that. If everyone had seen them do it that way, then it would have like unlocked it for everyone. If you see someone do some wild fig 4 and some cool shit, that's like not easier, but it's how they wanted to do it, and it worked. That's a really cool crowd moment. So Yeah,
So-
it's definitely a lot of like making sure, like we have a specific beta in mind for this one, and trying to make sure that people actually want to do it that way.
And
But
not break it.
if it doesn't work that way, like making sure that any other way is going to be harder and isn't going to be.
And that's
as
got to be,
ideal.
changing holds or adjusting angles
Yeah,
of them
it's
and
you
such.
can do
innit?
so much with like tiny 5-degree changes and
Little
angles. of
change
holes,
makes
like,
big difference.
Such a big difference. I think it's the bit of root setting that has the most like play to it. Is this stuff, and I think
Yeah, like you're saying, you get your draft idea up and then you tweak it all until it's exactly how you actually want it to be. So.
And to be honest, I think it's also probably the hardest bit of route setting is like being able to think of all the things and test all the things and like try it and climb with the mindset of who it's for and all of that stuff. I think that is hard work.
That's quite
and, like,
important
takes
to
quite a
try
high
and
level
get in
of
that.
skill. But it's also like I think it's the bit that everyone sees as route setting. Like you get to climb for a living. That looks really fun.
Yeah, I would imagine that most people will think, it's just climbing, but it's not. It's so much more thought process. And just watching you guys, you can see it today, so it's been fun. But let's see how the process continues.
Let's go to testing.
Because
We're going to help out and try some blocks as well. See if we can break them maybe.
we're just going to mention this one.
Joe is already trying to fix this.
You tried the pink one and you instantly went up with a heel hook, didn't you?
I've
broke his beta, so
something,
here he is blocking
it's a
it.
bit of a mess.
Now it might be though, isn't it? So I don't think Joe's very happy yet, but it gives him an extra challenge.
But yeah, so we're going to
we'll see how
move
that
on to
goes.
testing,
Yeah.
get some B-roll or some tweaks, and then we'll see how it goes in the end. Ooh. See, I'm already going to try and break it.
But this is what you were saying, Ben. Climbing within the level that is expected. He might have overshot that, but it's going to give you ideas to test now.
I think that's the obvious way to get around this one.
Straight
But
break.
I think like off the bat, we're like, unless there's really, I think off the bat I often am like testing for if the thing works, and then going back and testing for
And
like
then
the brakes and stuff.
So make sure it can work, see if you can break it, and then fix it to make it not breakable.
So that break made
Because Josh,
was quite easy.
Straight
Like I
through.
feel like
mean-
if I start doing it the normal way,
Yeah, Josh just went.
Yeah, I saw that before we started.
A cheeky
Nice.
bug.
yeah, that's way harder.
So I actually think
That's I'll say that's definitely harder than skipping.
Yeah.
Skipping was quite easy.
Yeah, and that means some changes. They are redoing the entire start position.
Yeah, because I broke it and made it too easy.
Give it a go. Sometimes you don't need to
Go on,
put
Josh.
something just out of reach, but you can make it so there's maybe enough tension that you peel off away.
Ooh, that slipped.
Could move the whole volume. The hole he's going to further left as well.
Yeah.
That's twice
It's a
you
bit
failed
it's
it.
a bit hard
Though.
to get the foot up now.
Harder to actually.
But let's move it further right as well.
Further right or further left?
Left, sorry.
All right, it's been adjusted. Hopefully not skippable anymore.
Or at least
still can.
difficult,
But easy. Why didn't we do this before?
sort of, isn't it?
Move it left and under.
Yeah, maybe. Or just massively more angled here. It'd be nice if it was there, so you have to like pull over yourself.
Some more tweaks going on with the purple one. Need some blockers. The top half was too easy compared to the bottom half.
Yeah, bottom half sorted. Can't cheat it now.
Can't cheat
But
it. Yeah.
just got to match the grade through the climb, so
Yeah, exactly.
bit of a
So
blocker.
they've added a blocker for this big jug because it was too easy.
Let's have a look.
And it should be hopefully a lot nicer now.
Lovely.
It looks quite smooth, that.
Yeah.
I'm very nice.
Cool.
I think
So far, so good.
roll a bit more.
Yeah. Or even just like step onto the feet a bit more, because on that big ledge.
More adjustments. Move the finish hold left.
Yeah.
Right, finishing touches have been done. Ben and Joe have tested it. It's perfect. Connor's giving it a go.
I've not tried anything other than this first bit, so...
So I tried all of it. I need to try the upside down back hang bit, but... I know he blocked that one now, so I'm like... Yeah.
Do you want to jump down or do you want the ladder down?
No, I'm good.
Sure?
Yeah. Right, Connor's just trying this toe hook bit again, the hold's been added. Yeah.
You can just see that, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a lot more
Much nicer,
comfortable.
yeah. Way better. To be fair, so the two taller people
Nice.
ended the same way, the two short
Yeah.
people ended the same way. Nice.
Nicely done. Good set, good set.
Peel off the end, you could come in.
It does. Do you know what? I think that's brilliant because you do feel like you might come off at the end. So
But I actually think, like, you never will. But
no,
it's
that's
just
really
that
good holds.
little moment of-
Those last little tweaks have made that go.
So, purple, done, perfect.
Yeah,
sorted.
essentially, we'll walk through. So obviously, first change.
Oh, you don't have to walk through it. You walk through the changes.
Yeah. A lot of change here.
Yeah, we adjusted. They adjusted them and blocked
Adjusted
them.
and blocked
They moved these 2 feet over to the right.
to force you to come right.
They blocked this, so you can't toe hook it, because toe hooking it meant you could match this and skip the back hang and all
Which
that
was
sort of
also
stuff.
then blocked
And then they added that to
as
help
an intermediate.
the intermediate
Which
get out there.
kept it from being too high of a grade
Yeah.
while keeping the back hang, which is what they wanted.
Yeah, and then they moved the final hold further left.
Oh, and they did also block that jug, so it's not so
It's totally
deep.
fine though.
But
that one's good.
little changes, same result, but keeping it at the right grade. Because they could have gone up or down with that,
Yeah.
really. So
I think we will probably just do a compilation of the rest of them.
shall we, keep
Yeah.
it to that, just like we'll walk through a couple of changes, or just
I think
have a few shots?
we'll do a few shots of like them changing holds and maybe get at least one of us doing the whole climb,
Hopefully.
maybe.
Hopefully. So yeah, with the grades that the are intending, we should be able to do every climb here, but we'll see. That'll be interesting to know. Okay.
Oh, so you guys make it look so easy. Oh, never mind.
Yes. Yeah.
That's beautiful, actually.
I was talking, yeah.
Got a bit of extra. Come on, go here, come on.
That's it. That's it. Over.
Go on, give it a smooch.
Mwah. Bro, how big is this?
It's fucking well far, mate.
Oh my god.
So you like gotta shuffle the left hand higher. So from where you are,
Bring
it
in that.
files, but you shuffle up the crescent
Yeah.
And it does get a lot better.
Yeah,
Bro, that
I
is
did see you both. You were,
massive.
big shuffle
I
up.
only shuffle because I remember Joe shuffling. Like, the higher I shuffled, the more I was like struggling.
Yeah, although it's better for when you're going up, it's hard. Hey. Okay.
It's really weird that.
I like the way you can use the right hand
jumping
side.
out feels really weird.
Let's see what Ben thinks of his boulder.
I might add another, but not up here. It feels like this is too high. I might add it here.
For a short climber as well, yeah.
It's a bit too fast.
Crazy.
Very fast. Very fast.
The lock.
It's a bit too much. You definitely want left foot.
Right foot.
Right foot, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to be like here.
Yeah.
You basically want to like tipple. You want to do the paddle from tippling over the foot.
Yeah,
That's like.
Almost,
I mean,
almost,
the way,
man.
the way
Connor's been trying this slabby red one. I tried it. It is very hard. It got tweaked a little bit up here, and the foot on here got tweaked. But it's very hard, this one. It's a bit difficult. I've gotten up to here, but you have to step over, and the step over is vital. All right, Connor's trying the end. That's it. It's actually good. It's no, on the foot, and then hop. Okay, never mind. Connor is.
Yeah, no, I'd have to go.
You need that foot now, though. Yeah. Go on. And then hop that foot up, and you're done. Beautiful. Nice. Oh, no, I let back. Yeah. Because you got a right foot, left foot, and then go back and step over, and it's scary. Well, watch Joe do it. Go on.
is it too much?
I don't know, we're bad at slabs, so it's hard to really tell.
Pretty bad.
Do you know what I mean? To be fair, Joe doesn't even start crossed. But watch how easy he stands up. I don't get it.
You've had time to do a lot of this.
Yeah, and then just step over.
It's fantastic.
Your footwork's fantastic right now, Joe.
So that's a really cool move.
I reckon that. I mean, that is blocked enough. I nearly stumbled it.
Beautiful. So, red done. Yellow is practically done. I think he's doing a little more tweaks, but it's practically done. Yeah, it was too easy. He hasn't got his mic. So the yellow got changed a bit because it was like hard at one point, but easy at the rest of it. So they've like adjusted it so it all
It
fits.
was quite a bit of an adjustment with the paddle. Ended up changing the hold, moving the base over slightly.
And now they're just trying to make the end match the difficulty because the end was too easy for the start. Right, 4 boulders left to test. This one was, I tried it at the start. It's very hard, but we'll see. See what Joe thinks. Okay. Let's try it again. I thought going for this one was really hard.
Well, I think that jump might be a little bit. You'd have the massive leap of faith at the end.
I say Joe's adjusted this one. He's moved the last hold down a bit because the jump was a bit big. I think for me, going up to this is really hard, but see how Joe gets on. Joe knows what he's doing. Oof. Nice. Very good.
Now you've sort of just got to pop over it.
All right. Carne's testing it. I can't. I got to this pinch. I can't do that move. But lovely. Go on. Big push up. Oh, say it. It's hard to get into that push, isn't it?
It's one of those, there's always something on the boulders here.
You don't have your mic on.
It's always something that Joe sets that's just really scary and makes me question. But otherwise, fantastic. The knee bar is it's perfect because I fit, you fit. The way you go in is lovely. Let's get Joe on.
I already got Joe doing the whole thing.
Oh, okay, brilliant. I don't have to do it then.
Next one in a sec.
But that seems like a good set, so.
Right, 3 blocks left. My skin is burning. But this is Ben's for female 2.
Go on, man.
Oh, so it looks like a nice move, but it looked like you were like swinging about a bit. Go on.
Ooh, doesn't look too comfortable. Oh, he's dropped it. Okay.
Excellent.
Looking good.
Alright.
Joe did the start lovely, so get to see
if
the
he gets
top.
the end.
Oh,
Buggy jacket. Buggy jacket?
yeah, it's going to be a
Juggy
commitment,
bucket.
isn't it?
There we go, that's what I was meant to say.
Come on.
It's nice. I think just let's shimmy these and maybe just this. What's the left foot? Underneath you. Can't see it, yeah. Oh, that's fucking miles away. Move it in a smidge.
So we've added the foot, up this, and moved this one a little. But my fingers are gone. I don't know if we can see it on camera. You ready? They're going a bit. So I think I might be done with testing in a sec. Connor has already taped up. So we might just quickly film Ben and Joe do the last 3 and then end the video there, I think.
We've been here for,
We've been
as long
here
as these
for-
boys have been here.
Oh, so what, we got
Full-
here at
full
9
day's
o'clock
work,
and it's
innit?
4 o'clock. We're in 7 hours doing this. So cutting this footage down is going to be fun.
Be all right, Josh?
But we'll see.
Obviously, now it
You
looks
say
quite
it'll
small.
be all right. You're not editing, Connor.
No, it's big. That's why it's all right.
Go on.
Alright, see how it does now. Oh, he's... Go on, Ben. It's bomber. Nice little coordination.
Beautiful.
Cool. Looks good.
Lovely stuff. Quick test on purple.
Yeah.
I think I'm shot. I tried to start. I can't.
You'll
swing
find
from
you.
that
Yeah,
to
you're getting a little tricky for you now, isn't it? Right. So.
that. Yeah. Connor made it look easy. He just sort of like palms into the volume like that. Yeah. Whereas when Joe will do it in a second, he just jumps over and lands like that.
Joe
Like,
does it
down.
nicely.
Yeah. But this is where the issue is.
This is where I think Joe's already thinking of tweaks.
Yeah, I think he has to change it from here because Joe's been trying it and he can't reach over and out.
It's and I know why he's gonna. I think it was the foot, so that you can come around and then go into the coordination. Right, Ben's better than
Ben
us
is
on
also
slab.
pressing yellow at the same time because we're running out of battery. Oh, we stood up. Oh, okay. I was going straight for the higher foot when I was trying it off camera a second ago.
Right.
That makes more sense.
I think that's what you said initially, but again, that was quite a while ago.
Okay. I do want to try this one again now then.
Now you've seen it.
Just stand up on that foot. Don't aim for the other foot higher.
I think Ben seems to be quite good on this one, and
Very small heel.
Lovely.
I think that's.
What are you thinking, Ben?
There was a hum.
It needs more. What, to be harder or?
Compared to the rest that you've. Yeah, compared to the rest that they've done today, that didn't look as complex. One. That's it.
Did you fall? Ooh.
He fell, yeah.
You
fell
fell into that, landed the foot, didn't you?
Yeah. No, of course he did start, so.
Oh, you joke.
Keep standing up. Trust that.
Yeah, you got to really pull in that right.
Keep going.
Okay, switching it to a toe.
Keep standing.
Come on.
Oh,
They got a lot.
bloody hell. Jesus.
Okay, I think you got one pretty nailed.
Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh,
Must be pretty nice to know that sometimes they work almost straight away.
Oh, it's actually, that's
I was
scary.
going to say, what are you thinking? Is it too easy?
I don't know.
want to take the little foot off and see what it's like then.
What, the one on the corner?
Final one.
You can piss off. That was scary as it is. If you take that foot off, I'm never doing that ever again.
Let's do it. Right, this is the final one.
Well,
Although
if
we've
not,
not done the purple yet.
yeah, we haven't done the purple yet.
This is like, this is the first one Ben set and the last one first to do.
Did you change that foot as well?
Oh yeah.
I was like, it
Oh.
suddenly feels so much worse.
Oh, Ben's got a theme here.
Oh,
and it's
so-
down climbing.
I was like, the first one I did this, that felt okay. Now I did it, it feels horrendous.
Oh, it's small.
He's changed the foot.
So he's changed.
He changed
chip up
that
there.
one and this one.
And yeah, I think it's. So is that just making it a bit scary?
But no. Yeah, I was like, I feel like it's so much worse to stand up on now. But he's going left, right.
And Joe's still figuring out this purple.
You're doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it feels
You can
way better.
control that way better, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Okay. But then for me, this bit is
Oh,
so
you
much
boys
harder.
used that crimp. I did also do this before some changes, but I think that's why also Ben's just trying to tweak it right. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. And he's got it. Scary, but okay, doable, you know?
That's so much scarier. Is it? Now that you've made that foot worse, I was like, I'm gonna slip and fall. All right, Connor's done this, but he does it very differently to Joe. Makes it so delicate.
Nah, the only one that's delicate around here is Joe.
Nothing worse than tall people.
What's the next bit, Emma? Oh shit, and then...
Bump the hand, no, and then you bump the hand to the next one, and then yeah, smack your feet down.
Oh, so use this to pull it over, grab that.
Hit that.
Okay.
All right, watch how Joe does it.
Joe's gonna do this, lovely.
It's crazy. So majestic.
You won't get that far.
Get on.
Oh, the fact he can get that far without
And then it's this
coming
little
away.
hop. This is silly.
Okay, okay.
Well, this is the last block.
That's
So I
it.
think we're done in this act.
That's a full day's worth of work, that is.
So we've been here 8 hours, give or take. Lovely stuff. Right. I think Ben's giving it a test, and I think we are going to end this video in a sec.
Oh! If you just...
So close.
Oh, a little bit more.
Just needed to actually believe I was going to do it.
I think if you believed it, you would have done it.
Yeah, maybe. Fully commit rather than bail out.
You don't like don't focus so much. I think you can do it without the hold. But that time I like really didn't like reach for it at all.
Yeah, but he's...
You just like sink low. Yeah.
Come around. And then stand back up.
I might move it away. Like maybe I'll move it to like a pie. No, because you need it for after that.
Go after stay.
It'll work. Right.
It's a shame, 'cause I mean, if you're long, you'll try and stab for it and you'll miss quite a nice move.
Yeah.
But the top needs it.
Go on, Ben.
Whoa.
I do want to try that bit again, actually. Here we go.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think we all want to try and get this a little bit now.
Honestly, it's scary trying to get.
Any good tweaks to go
Oh. Right.
Stop the old.
And then I think dragging the right
Oh
foot.
my god. Yeah, that's awful.
All right, let me have a go.
Right, Connor's going, and then I think we're short.
Let you do it itself. Feel like you got a nice angled jump.
Close, close, close. I feel like if you just committed, I would maybe follow, but
Wow.
scary stuff.
Great 8 blocks. These will be
Yeah.
up from, to be fair, when this video is out, these blocks are up anyway. So by the time you see this video,
After the
these will all
13th.
be here, and they will be filled in as well. Right, we're at the end of the video.
Yeah, and it's been a long day, so well done to you guys for lasting. Well done for us lasting, and good luck for tomorrow because you've got more to do. And you've got to strip this tonight as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So tonight, this is coming down. And then tomorrow we're setting the semis. And then on comp day, they'll have the semis, and then we'll strip that, and then we'll put this back up, and then we'll infill the comp wall on Friday.
Yeah.
So normally the comp wall will be a lot more dense. Normally we set a lot more boulders than this in a day, but we sort of only had to do finals today because taking it down. So if anyone wants to come down and get on the blocks, there'll be all these final boulders plus more.
So I think by the time this video comes out, these will all still be up, because this won't come out till the week after now, I think.
Yeah,
they'll
so we-
still all be up then.
Yeah, we tend to have a new comp wall every 3 weeks or so,
Yeah,
and a whole new centre every 6 weeks.
We recommend people to come and check out every new comp set as well, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're always fun. Like, I think we definitely get like movement and holds and features that you don't normally get to play with in a more commercial setting.
Yeah.
So
We've seen a lot of that, especially with Ben today, the constant down climbing.
Oh, I say a lot of these have like downwards. To be fair, this downwards dye of purple is Joe's, isn't it?
yeah, I mean Ben is
Which is Joe.
actually like the Southwest like fittest sport climber.
I bet,
He's
yeah,
got this
yeah.
like bottomless.
Just moves on moves.
He's got this. He's got this. Yeah, he's just got this bottomless tank, and I think he likes to bring it to his setting a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. He just needs you there for the moral support, mate.
He's here to cheer me on and provide chalk. That's
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
I'll tell you what, guys, it's been really nice to be with you today.
No, it's been lovely having you down.
Yeah, really good to
Yeah,
have you guys
seeing
down.
everything, you know, been great little comments as well. So,
Thank you.
It's been a great day. We just want to say thank you all.
yeah,
Thank you for letting us
also
join.
thank you for
Thank you for
everyone
letting us film
watching.
it.
Thank you for Boulder Exe. Thank you to you boys. We'll maybe link your Instagram to anything in the
We'll
section
put the
below,
Boulder
so
Exe
you can
Instagram and
follow
stuff
these
on.
boys as well,
Yeah.
and Boulder X's and everything like that. But let's hope we can get maybe to do something similar to this in the future. Would be fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
And I think everyone's had fun here. So bye guys.
I'm a turtle.
Call around then.
Well, no, I'm sideways on.